So I should give an update to the earthquake story because it's not over yet. Well, I'm hoping it's over. Started last night. We figured okay, everything's all done. We should be fine to sleep upstairs. So I spent part of yesterday afternoon taking all of the mattresses back upstairs that I brought downstairs for the whole family, except for me actually, slept downstairs Thursday night. I sleep with a CPAP, and I didn't want to go through the hassle of unplugging everything and taking it downstairs. So I slept upstairs, which worked out terribly because you feel shaking more on the second floor. So I kept getting rocked. Every time I was just about to fall asleep, it would wake me up, which I think I just said on the podcast yesterday. And so I got I probably got around 4 hours sleep, maybe, Thursday night. So anyway, we figured everything was fine, everything was done. Well, not fine. People in Kumamoto are really not fine. But we figured everything was done. I took all the mattresses back upstairs, and we tucked everyone into bed. They went to sleep. Kumiko and I went to bed around just a little bit before midnight, I think. And at the time, we had no idea what time it was. The alarms go off. Our cell phones, the earthquake alarm goes off. Kumiko's in Japanese, mine in English. And as you probably heard in the news by now, the strongest earthquake yet hit. And at first, Nina was with us in our room, but we were just like sitting there at the end of the bed watching, just wondering how long it's going to last, and things are shaking, and it's like, Kumiko's like, let's get downstairs, of course, and so we jump up. I come in here because Lily was in here. She broke her toe, so climbing up under her loft bed is difficult. She's been sleeping in the guest room, computer room, whatever. I got in here. Things had fallen down off of our shelves. Things were falling down. I got that display case I made. I put together from IKEA. I had some stuff sitting loose up on that. It all fell down in front of the door here. So I'm trying to pick my way through that, and then trying to get Lilia up and out through that mess of stuff without her stepping on anything. Was fun. Kumiko ran into the boys' room with Nina, and I think the earthquake didn't actually wake up Duncan and Kai, but Kumiko did. And we got them all downstairs, and so once we got everyone downstairs, everyone changed into clothes, not pajamas anymore. It was like we wanted to be ready if we had to get outside quick. We were going to be in our clothes, and after that was get all the mattresses back downstairs again, repack emergency stuff into the car. And sit through aftershock after aftershock after aftershock. I have no idea how many. Didn't even try and count. And send more messages to people on Facebook saying, this is what's happening. We're okay. Called my mother, tell her we're okay. Again, she was surprised, like more earthquakes. And just get things, just get ourselves ready if we needed to be. And that was a surprise. So it turns out that Thursday's 9:20 earthquake was a foreshock, I guess, and the main event. I'm really hoping that last night was the big one, the main event, and that's it. We just had another small rumble about. Well, actually, I think as I was coming up here, there was a minor thing. It barely even swayed. But we've had a few since I've gotten home from work today. I even had my alarm go off in class at work, and we had a bit of a rumble and a bit of a shake. Not much. So if you haven't heard of the news, I'm surprised. But there have been... Well, the original quake was right near Kumamoto City, I think I understand it, or somewhere in that vicinity. But that has set off a couple other ones. There have been a couple more epicenters. One right near Mount Aso, which set off an eruption. They're not lava, but it's spewing poisonous gas, which it always does, but now it's doing so much more. So no one is going to be going near Mount Aso anytime soon. And also, it set off... it must have set them off, but an earthquake centered in Oita Prefecture, other side of Kyushu. We were getting alarms for those quakes too, but we didn't feel anything. Maybe the first time we did, but most of the times we were getting alarms for the Oita earthquakes. We didn't feel anything here, but I mean, like, I got a couple alarms during the day, and I was home with Nina and Kai and Duncan, and Nina and Kai freaked out when the alarms go off. They just freaked out, even though we didn't shake at all. And I had to calm them down, and it's okay, nothing's happening. But so the earthquakes have multiplied. It was there was a tsunami warning for the Ariake Sea. That's an inland sea that's surrounded by Nagasaki, Saga, Fukuoka, and Kumamoto. And there was a 1 meter tsunami warning, but that never materialized. That was fine. The kids were pretty worried about that. Lily's old enough to remember the Fukushima tsunami on TV and things, and so she's pretty worried about tsunamis. Things were interesting. Like this is, I guess this is the map of the strong one. I've seen different numbers. The original quake was 6.2 or 6.4, not sure. The one, well, not even last night, early this morning, 1:26 a.m., was 7.2. I've seen 7.1, 7.2. I'm not exactly sure. But on the Japanese scale, the first quake was a Shindo 4 here. It was 5 plus here last night. Things were falling down around, so yeah, I'm not surprised. But one thing I did notice when I got on, and I thought they changed it, was normally, and if you look at the video from 2 days ago, when you look at the earthquake maps, it shows a circle for each seismic station, and it's color coded to what that seismic station registered. So for the first quake, it was just a massive dots, and you couldn't really see land mass. But when we got up last night, and I went on to the JMA, Japanese Meteorological Agency website, to check that, the first map came up did, but then right after that, it changed to what you see here, and there are different regions in the prefectures, and it was color coded by a region. The strongest reading in any region, the whole region got colored that. I think they must have just been getting hit so fast with all these aftershocks, they couldn't keep up with processing the maps fast enough, and I think they just switched over, maybe default to this easier system that just has to color code one section and go on. When you get to today's maps, they're back to being dotted. So I guess I don't know what's going on with the mouse here. So I guess they were able to catch up and just get to dots. This is the last aftershock that we felt. I guess it was about just under half an hour ago, centered in Mount Aso, 10 kilometers depth, only 3.6 magnitude. I'm not sure. It was a Shindo 1 here at most. That's like the often Shindo 1s you don't even notice. So we're still being shaken around. We went to bed at 12, got up at 1:26, so like not quite an hour and a half sleep. What with watching TV, all the aftershocks, being nervous and adrenaline and whatnot, didn't get to sleep until 5 o'clock. At least I didn't. Everyone else, the kids fell asleep first. Kumiko fell asleep before me even, because at one point there was another aftershock that shook things around a bit, and I said, Kumiko, did you feel that? And there was no response. I was the only one awake. So I didn't get to sleep until around 5 a.m. and then woke up around 7. So I got like about 4 hours sleep the first night and 3.5 hours last night. I am incredibly tired. I've been sleepy all day, and I got to go to work feeling sleepy all day. Kumiko was lucky; she had the day off. Although she got the day off because the kindergarten the kids go to was supposed to have this little field day. I'll go play at a park. That got canceled, which is probably a good thing because we're too tired to go to it. And Lilia had a choir practice. That got canceled. So lots of things getting canceled. It's been interesting, not in a good way. We saw a video last night of people huddled. I'm sure people have seen this all over the world. People huddled in parks in Kumamoto, and I'm really hoping they found somewhere to go tonight because it's been raining. It started raining around 8:30 or so. I mean, I don't know. That's here. But I mean, Kumamoto's not that far away. It could easily be raining there too. I really hope it's not, and if it is, I really hope people have gotten somewhere. I've got somewhere to go to, because all those videos I saw of people in parks, I didn't see a single tent. No one seems to be prepared for this kind of thing, because Kyushu's not supposed to get these kind of earthquakes. You know, so I'm pretty sure there was more I was gonna say, but I'm sleepy, I'm tired, and this is just continuing. We are again. I mean, we didn't even bother to bring up the mattresses tonight. We're just staying down in the living room tonight, and you know, ready to run out the door if things get shaking too much here. I'm really hoping we are done with strong quakes, and if we are going to have another one, I really hope it at least waits until the morning, because we need sleep. And I really, really, really hope the people in Kumamoto have some shelter and some respite from this, because this is just, the houses have been wiped out. Over 200,000 houses are without power, lots without water. I mean, even in here, there's shortages of things. Like, Kumiko went to the store, couldn't buy bread. There is no bread to be had in the stores. That's not just because people are want to stock up on something that's easy to keep and easy to eat if the power's out. It's because no one is delivering from the factories, from the bakeries. So with no deliveries, I mean, everything was all gone in a day. I was thinking of editing, but it's just easy. I went after work. That is the bread section. Not a single loaf. There was nothing to be had. So, yeah. We got a message from her friend. She's got a friend lives in Kumamoto City, and they have a restaurant. I've been there. Fantastic place. It is trash. It's like every single thing that could have fallen down and fallen over has fallen over. You know, stove, refrigerator down. Their house, every single roof tile is off, and their wall is cracked wide open. So, I mean, houses I saw on TV today, they're not fixable. Kumamoto Castle, part of Kumamoto Castle's wall, I don't think of the actual castle itself, but of the grounds, the wall, it has collapsed out into the street, and I read that a wooden structure has it's gone, it's just been destroyed. So, I mean, it's gonna be a while fixing things up. The highway is closed off. Part of the highway broke, I think southbound, or I'm not even sure about north of here, but somewhere down through Kumamoto, the highway physically broke, and a Shinkansen derailed. Luckily, there was only the driver on it, and I don't think he got hurt. But last I heard, there's like a death toll of 16 people, and a little more hurt, and some people in critical condition. So this is not over. I mean, I really hope. I keep saying the same thing. I really hope the earthquakes are over, but recovery is going to take some time. I'm so glad it wasn't closer to here, and I don't know what else to say.